One of the fears we have around grief is it's going to be too much. It's going to be overpowering. People will tell me all the time, I can't cry. If I start crying, I'm going to cry forever. Or I just can't stop crying now. I want to tell you, I have been with thousands and thousands of people who are crying. Everyone has eventually stopped crying. It is not true that you will never stop crying. Or people are afraid if they feel their anger that they're going to let, it's never going to stop. So just know there will be a shift or a change in your feelings. You feel one, another one will come. The only way out of the pain is through the pain. In the last book I wrote, Finding Meaning, it was interesting. I was researching, and I never thought I'd be saying this, researching buffaloes, right? Buffaloes in a grief book, who would have thought it? But it turns out when buffaloes sense a storm coming, they actually run into the storm. And by running into the storm, they minimize the pain. They minimize their discomfort. They minimize how long they're in the hard part. What do we do with grief? We run from grief. We keep it like 10 feet behind us or a mile behind us, and it becomes this steady companion that just makes our life miserable. So the idea that you're doing this series will help you immensely to really be present for it. The reality is we cannot heal what we don't feel. So we have to feel it. We have this inclination in our society that we should fight it. We should want it to be over. But we have to feel it. Even when people around us are saying, you've got to move on. It's time to move on. Shouldn't you be over it by now? Maybe you sometimes tell yourself, I should be further along. I should move on. But you have to stay present for the feelings. I know they're intense. I know they're hard. But we have to stay present because what we resist persists. So just look at, do other people have those expectations? You should be over it. Do you ever have those expectations?